All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Welcome back. Week 11 quick hit videos, tight ends here today on Friday. Hey, but before we get into that, you guys need to do me a quick little favor. Hit that like button for me. Get over there. Hit that subscribe button for me over there at the SHIPIT Nation YouTube page. We definitely appreciate that. And then, hey, we got to give a shout out to our favorite sponsors of the segment, Drafters. Make sure you guys get over there. Check them out. Deposit bonus, $100 by using promo code SHIPIT. Let's not forget about our friends over there at LineStar. Good little app to help you build your teams, make some bets, all that fun stuff. And let's not forget about Run the Sims. Also, 10% off your membership by using promo code SHIPIT. Get over there and check that out. And then, hey, if you want to join the SHIPIT family, use promo code MAYO. Get you 10% off your membership. We got all the sports under one price. MMA, NBA, PGA, NHL, NFL, of course, baseball when it returns, everything for one price, all the content projection tools, Discord, everything you're looking for. And then part of joining SHIPIT Nation, you get a nice little process video here, 4 hours going over the NFL process by Hoop and Tambo. And then they got a 2-hour video with title Hoop and Tambo going over the NBA process. So definitely helpful there, especially if you're new to DFS. And then, hey, let's not forget about the root, our boy Tambo on and King of the Beach. Bring it home. Let's bring home the title, Mr. Tambo. We're wishing you luck. Hopefully you can bring that home to SHIPIT Nation. Let's do it. But, hey, let's dive into some tight end. We got some injuries we're going to have to worry about here a little bit. Here we got Hayden Hurst, his concussion. He did not practice here today. He's been ruled out. Looks like we're going to get Tommy Tremble there to start for Carolina. Pat Freiermuth and his hamstring fully practiced, should be good to go for Pittsburgh. I expect him to be heavily involved. David Njoku fully practiced. He is not on the injury report for Cleveland. Expect him to give it a go. And then Gerald Everett did not practice. Sounds like he is not going to be able to play this week. So Donald Parham is going to be in play for the Chargers. That should make our boy Hoop pretty happy there. DVP for defense versus position of the tight end position so far the entire season. The worst defenses against the tight end are the Bears. Bengals come in at 31, Houston 30, Denver 29, Atlanta 28. The toughest defenses against the tight end position: Cleveland 1, Tennessee 2, San Fran 3, Pittsburgh 4, KC 5. And then the DVP mismatches for the week, the best offenses against the worst tight end defense. We got two pretty high ones, and then it was kind of level. But Detroit and Chicago, Detroit over Chicago is a plus 24. And then we got Arizona over Houston at a plus 24. And there was no other numbers that were over plus 6. So pretty evened out. A lot of negative numbers for the tight ends this week. The last 4 weeks, DVP, just the last 4 weeks in the NFL, New Orleans is the worst defense against the tight ends the last 4 weeks. Tampa Bay coming in at 31, Cincinnati 30, Chicago 29, Seattle 28, Baltimore 27, Chargers 26, Indy 25. The best defenses in the last 4 weeks. FanDuel points against tight ends: Kansas City 1, San Fran 2, Detroit 3, New England 4, Tennessee 5, Jets 6, Cleveland 7, Giants 8. Again, those were the toughest defenses last 4 weeks against the tight end. Last 2 weeks, we got catches combined: Hawk 27, Kincaid 17, Schultz 17, Ferguson 17, Kmet 15, Njoku 15, McBride 14, and Conklin has 13. Red zone targets last 3 weeks combined: Njoku leads all of the NFL in the slate with 9, Ferguson 6, Hawkinson 6, Andrews 5, Kmet 4, Otten 4. So as you can see, man, they really looked at Njoku, but now obviously we got a new quarterback here this week, as we had several with the Browns. My top tight ends, I got 3 that I'm looking at that stand out to me so far this week. One of the guys I'm going to be looking at here, Trey McBride, 5,900 versus Houston. McBride's just been a big weapon in this Arizona offense. And with Murray back, he was peppered last week, 9 targets, 8 catches, 131 yards. For the season, Houston is 30th in DVP versus the tight end. Man, in a potential high-scoring game, I like me some McBride here this week for Arizona. Another guy I'm going to be looking at here, Sam Laporta, 6,700 versus Chicago. Laporta has 22 targets his last 3 weeks, 18 catches, and now gets the Chicago team was allowed 20 passing touchdowns on the season. So far this year, man, Chicago just hasn't looked very good. 32 in the DVP on the season versus the tight ends, and 29th in the last 4 weeks. I think Sam Laporta is in line to have a big game for the Lions this week. Another guy I'm looking at in a smash spot, George Kittle, 7,000 versus Tampa. I'm not sure too many people are going to pay up for George. Man, I'll tell you what, he had 9 of 11 for 149 yards and then followed it up with 3 with a big play, 116 yards and a touchdown last week. That's 2 weeks in a row. He's been over 100 yards. Now he gets a Tampa team who's 31st in DVP in the last 4 weeks versus tight end. Man, they've given up 222 yards and 2 TDs in the last 3 weeks to the top tight ends. Man, I think George Kittle is in line for a huge game here versus Tampa Bay. Let's fire him up for 7,000 over there on FanDuel. On the defenses, man, I'll tell you what, let's bounce right back to San Francisco against Tampa here, 4,000. San Francisco's defensive line is just way too good against this Tampa Bay offensive line, according to PFF, especially with all them injuries Tampa Bay's had over there. Man, 8 sacks and 5 turnovers the last 2 weeks. Man, give me some San Fran against Baker Mayfield in that weak offensive line over there in Tampa. Another defense I'm going to be looking at, same price range, 4,000, Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Pittsburgh is top 4 scoring defensive team so far this year in the NFL. Now they get to face a Cleveland team who's starting Thompson Robinson over P.J. Walker this week. In his first start versus Baltimore, he only went 19 for 36, 121 yards, and had 4 turnovers. Man, I like me some Pittsburgh here this week against Cleveland and that young quarterback over there. Another team I'm going to be looking at here, this is just my personal preference, New York Jets, 3,700 versus Buffalo. Man, for me to get a defense this good at 3,700, way down the price range is worth it to me. Man, Jets top 10 in defensive point scoring so far, and Josh Allen, as we've seen, has struggled a little bit here as of late with turnovers. And I think Sauce Gardner is going to shut down Diggs, and I think that's just going to leave. And without a solid run option, I just think that's going to leave Josh Allen susceptible to get hit and going to leave even some rushing passing attempts. And I just think you're going to see some turnovers here. I think that Jets defense is just too good for Buffalo, especially the way they've been playing here recently. But hey, that's going to do it here for a roundup of all the positions here, week 11. We've been hot here at SHIPIT Nation. Just keep on joining us here. Just keep on week to week. We've been just crushing. Tambo, good luck in King of the Beach. Let's get it done over there in Miami. Good luck, my friend. Let's go. See you at the top of these tournaments. Let's ship it.